If I was to ask you to think of some words that you might associate with William Shakespeare, I'm willing to bet that gambler, ruffian, and tax dodger would not exactly be at the top of the list. And yet, at some point during the mid-1580s, the young Shakespeare went rogue, leaving behind his family in the rural village of Stratford-upon-Avon to seek his fortune in the city of London. To the east, and just outside the city walls, lay the curious suburb of Shoreditch. Beyond the reach of London's fastidious Lord Mayor, suburbs like Shoreditch thrived, offering a wide variety of entertainments. Alehouses and brothels shared real estate with bear-baiting pits, gambling dens, and, most depraved of all, theatres. Over the next 15 years, the young Shakespeare would call this nefarious neighbourhood his home, and it's from here that he would write, produce, and act in over half of his existing plays. But while Stratford-upon-Avon has its Royal Shakespeare Company, and Southwark its reconstructed Globe Theatre, Shoreditch's storied connection with Shakespeare remains a distant third in the public consciousness. My research aims to redress this balance, seeking to restore Shoreditch and the young Shakespeare who lived there to their rightful place at the heart of contemporary Shakespearean research. To achieve this, I've been at the forefront of a major new investigation seeking to reconnect those early plays, what I call Shakespeare's Shoreditch 19, with this remarkable neighbourhood. Imagine, for example, that it's a sunny afternoon in early July 1595, and you're wandering through the narrow, crowded streets of Shoreditch, dodging the alehouses on this occasion for an afternoon's entertainment at the Playhouse. You're on your way to see the first ever performance of a new play called Romeo and Juliet at Shoreditch's Curtain Theatre. As you pay your penny for admission and walk through the doors of the Playhouse, however, you're surprised to find a venue that is unlike any other outdoor theatre in London. It isn't round, but it's square. Until archaeologists uncovered the Curtain site in 2016, we had no idea that Shakespeare had, in fact, written for a rectangular playhouse in Shoreditch. Indeed, almost everything we knew about Shakespeare's early life and work prior to 2016 has been wrong. My research aims to redress this balance, to fill these gaps, proving, for example, that those first actors who played Romeo and Juliet might have done so without even access to a balcony for Juliet's famous scene. Shoreditch's Shakespeare, then, is a far cry from the old, dusty, middle-aged guy that we might have imagined at the start of this talk. Instead, we have the portrait of an extraordinarily talented, fiercely ambitious young man struggling to make his art at the most undesirable fringes of the city. Through this groundbreaking application of archaeology, urban geography, and performance practice, then, my research will fundamentally alter the way that we think of and produce the works of English literature's greatest playwright.